This is the Google one-year overview reading for the year of 2023. It's currently December 8th, 2022, 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The overall theme and behavior, we have a crust that we sell down to and through a support level. We do a U-shaped reversal below that support level, come back and reuse it as support. And it's crossed with a notable move higher that, like the commencement of a rally with a notable move higher. I'm advised to open up some protection early in the year. And it looks like we have like a cash out opportunity towards the end of the year. We'll get into the specifics, followed by a little bit of a drop there. Behavior around the highs for the year. We have a notable move to the upside, even in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds. And the behavior out of the lowest low, we're going to have we'll establish support, and then we'll move higher. It'll be the type of move that stands out, like out of the low, a notable move higher that'll stand out on a one-year chart. So in January, we start off with a prominent move to the upside, standing out on a one-year chart, and then it's matched by a full retracement. That's early January. A full retracement back down to where that big move higher started. The month's high in January is within close proximity to a prominent low for the year. Not the lowest low per se, but a prominent low. It looks like towards the end of the month of January, there's both a high and a low. And the behavior into the high for January, we have a rally that offers opportunity to open up a short position, because there's a correlation there where we sell from a crest down to and through support level, and then we do a U-shaped reversal, come back and reuse it as support. That's the behavior out of the January high. Towards the end of the month of January is a notable decline. There's a bit of a market failure there. And a notable decline to a low towards the end of the month of January, and then we have like an unexpected move higher, like a really notable move higher on a one-year chart. It would stand out there towards the cusp of January, February, or in early February, and we move significantly higher to reach a prominent crest for the year. And it's likely a new high for this would be like the newest high for the year. It's not like an all-time high or anything, but it's the high here in February will be like early February will be like the newest high. We'll make a new high for the year. So wherever the high here is in January, like early February, there'll be a higher price level. I'm advised to be cautious near the low of February though, because it's one of the lowest lows for the year, and there's multiple false bottoms moving into the low. The behavior around the February high, a notable move higher, breaking through resistance, staying above the resistance briefly, and then breaking back down through that same price level. That decline towards the end of February declines all the way to a key support level, and then we rotate sideways along that key support. So there's a trade opportunity there. Well, the trade opportunities, guys, I'm going to get into the trade opportunities in more detail. For those of you that actually purchased the 1 year, this is the public version, but when you get a paid version of a reading, it has all of the best trades at the very end. It's the same reading, but then at the end there's an extra section where we talk about the best trades that we see for that time frame of the readings, just so you guys know. There's a notable cash out opportunity there on the cusp there, February, March. There's a U-shaped dip in early March, forming near the intersection of two perpendicular diagonal trend lines. The behavior out of the March low, there'll be a significant move higher out of the March low. Looks like we'll be pushing the upper end of an important range higher, and then the behavior into the high, the March high, which looks to be towards the third week of the month of March. The March high, it'll be a significant move higher out of oversold territory or to fill a previous gap down, and we'll be bumping along resistance towards the end of the month of March, followed by a sharp decline in early April, back down to and through a key support level that we've recently broken down through once before. My sense is probably when we broke down into this low here, because this is another place where we see a lowest low in April. Oof. It looks like that lowest low is towards the end of the month of April. Yeah, so the decline in April through that key support level on a one-year chart that we recently broke through, it'll increase with momentum moving forward into the month. And then there's a breakout there out of the decline. There's a breakout and a rally that increases with momentum moving forward into the end of the month. There's some sort of like holding pattern with a pop or drop towards the around the high for April. But again, we'll have another lowest low for the year here in April. And it looks like a trade opportunity there at the end of April, which I get into in the paid version. In May, we have a big move higher, almost irrational move to the upside in early May, reaching for a distant resistance level. We attempt to reestablish support near the May high. There's a fake out of some kind around a low on a one-day chart. There's a fake out. Maybe not, but there's a big move higher, reaching for distant resistance there in early May. We establish support out of the resistance near the May high. Rally breaks down. A rally along a diagonal trend line breaks down with a fast sudden move higher, and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down as we move into the end of the month of May. There's a key price level highlighted around the end of May near a low, and there's another prominent low. It's not a lowest low, but another prominent low that'll stand out there on the cusp of May, June, probably early June, when we have a bit of volatility and a sharp dip that'll stand out within that period of volatility, which will take us into the prominent low. It's also important to notate here the high that we see. There's a prominent high for the year towards the end of April. So out of that low, well, first off, so that low, we decline in early April into the low, probably like the second week of April. Or excuse me, we decline in early June and that we come to a June low in the second week of June. With a sharp dip, and it's a prominent trough for the year as well. Not a lowest low, but a prominent trough. When we break down to and through a support level, do some bouncing along a support level, and then break down through multiple support levels to reach that trough. But out of the trough, there's a notable breakout on a one-year chart to take us to a prominent high for the year towards the last week of June. That price level will offer a good mean point for a straddle or strangle. The high price level, the month's high in June, will be that price level will be a good mean point. So like if you open up puts and calls, you'll want them to like straddle or strangle that price level there. It looks like we go higher there, and then likely what happens is here we likely go okay, so right here in early July, we have a period of sideways rotation. Well, first off of early July's, or off of the peak or crest that stands out for the year here towards the end of June or early July. We have a sideways fluctuating decline, and we have a sharp dip in early July as well that takes us to a support level, which was recently a past opportunity, and that's probably where I'd cash out of the short end of a position that I like. If I open up a straddle or strangle at that high in June, I'd want to close out of it after like a sharp drop into mid-July. Some bearish price swings and a sharp drop, and then we revisit a support level that was recently a past opportunity. So within like the last 3 months or so, there's a big move to the upside towards the end of the month. Yeah, big move to the upside towards the end of the month to reach for. We meet a key critical price level, a technical price level towards the cusp of July, August, or early August there. It's a key price level and a highest high for the year, but it's a critical price level there, and also a cash out opportunity around that August high for the other end of that straddle or strangle that would have been opened in June. Multiple headwinds pushing shares lower into the August month's low, and then out of the August month's low we have sideways fluctuations with a bullish trend that does precede a decline. So we'll go from a highest high there, somewhere like on the cusp, towards closer to August and July, but there on the cusp between July and August, the highest high will decline from that, and then that highest high will offer an opportunity to cash out of the calls, and then will decline with multiple headwinds to the month's low there, and then out of the month's low of August, we rally with sideways fluctuations with a rally into another highest high, either the same high or a higher high that we see early, probably the same high based on the defeat card. We see the same high in early September at near overbought territory in RSI, and we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance, followed by a decline through key support. That's on the scale of a 1-year chart. So it'll be the halting of a bullish trend there in like the first or second week of September, marked by a sharp decline through key support. The behavior leading to, or the behavior around the month's low of September will be a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level with a full retracement. And then in the end of September, out of a decline, there's a notable move higher from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a significant range. I'm advised not to chase the rally there. Whoops. I'm advised not to chase the rally. I need to extend this arrow here. Oh, sorry. I meant that. I'm like, what does that look like that? Yeah, I'm advised not to chase the rally there when we have that failed attempt to break through key resistance. Don't chase the rally. The rally from the bottom of the range to the top of the range continues along a diagonal trend line in early October, breaking through horizontal resistance, meeting a second resistance, and then pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. Again, I'm advised not to chase the rally. We'll sell from near overbought territory on RSI again at a month's high here in October, or the month of October's high there. It looks like probably the month of October's high is going to be lower than the high that we have in September. When we sell from near overbought territory, it's also going to be a brief peak that is easily missed there towards the end of the month of October, and the rally that we see in entering into October, the completion of that rally will take us right into the low. So we may have like close time proximity high and low for the month of October. Fast sudden move higher in early November to meet a key resistance level on a scale of like a 1-year chart. We break down with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down, off of that resistance level into into a prominent low for the year towards the end of the month of November after a sharp decline. I'm advised to buy protection when we meet that. Yeah, I'm advised to buy protection when we meet that resistance level, because there's three pokes against resistance and then a sharp drop off of that third poke, taking us into a low towards the end of the month of November. And then out of that low into the month of December, we have bullish price swings, increasing with bullish momentum as we move forward into a month's high for December. The month's low for December is formed in a period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then we have a sideways S formation in the end of December within a channel. So we go from a resistance level all the way to support, reverse at that support, go all the way back to resistance, reverse at the resistance, and go all the way back to support. It's either with horizontal channel or like slightly downward channel usually. And my sense is that key technical price level that we had back in June is going to be highlighted. We'll be rotating sideways along it in 2024. It'll be revisited there in 2024. It looks like. That's the Eso-Meta portion, guys. What I'm going to do is some question and answers to see if I can extrapolate some extra information about price levels and whatnot, so stay tuned. And in the meantime, guys, if you haven't done so, please take a moment to subscribe. You can actually support the channel by paying for the paid version of this reading, which is identical except that we get into the trades, all of the best trades that we see in more detail. You can do that by purchasing it on our website, tarotfortraders.com, or you can sign up for a recurring monthly for Google, $29 a month, and that ensures that the Google monthlies are always done, as well as those paid versions also have the best trades that we see in them. So those are great ways to support the channel, but stay tuned and we're going to get into some price levels. This is the Q&A for price levels. And for those of you that are interested, I don't have the shuffle file. I was doing these readings really fast, but the Google 2023 reading was created on October 7th, 2022. Is Google's lowest price level of 2023 taking place in February and in April of 2023? Yes. Does Google's lowest price level appear anywhere else? Does Google's lowest price level of 2023 appear anywhere in any months other than February and April of 2023? No. Is Google's highest price level of 2023 taking place in the month of August and the month of September of 2023? No. Okay. Is Google's highest price level of 2023 taking place in July? Yes. So at the cusp of July. Is Google's highest price level taking place? Is Google's highest price level of 2023 taking place in September of 2023? Yes. And I got a opportunity to short there too. Does Google's highest price level appear anywhere in any other? Does Google's highest price level of 2023 appear in any other months of 2023 other than July and September? Yes. Is Google's highest price level of 2023 appearing at the cusp of January, February. Yes. Interesting. So we go from a high there down to, I'm gonna have to mark that off too. I want to make sure I don't forget that. All right, buddy, we're gonna go for a walk. So we decline off of that, it looks like, into the lows, and then we come back. So it's not an awful year for Google. There's definitely some good trade opportunities happening here. With that said, guys, if you paid for the reading, then you got the trade version, all the different trades that we see, and I'll get into that momentarily. For everybody else, thank you so much for watching, my friends. Don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, my friends, when you make that money from this reading, make sure you follow that rule of karma. Pay a little bit forward, keep the flow going through the universe, pay a little bit back, keep the channel going through the universe, and make sure whatever you spend that money on, you spend it out of love. As long as you spend it out of love, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.